Hey everybody, it's Dive Girl Deb. And did you guys know, I hope you know, the Flippin Lyme Foundation has a Volkswagen project. Yes, we have a big old sailboat project, but we've also got a Volkswagen project. That's our very famous hood ornament for the bug. Yeah, I haven't talked about the bug, our Flippin SunBug project for a while because I've been up to my eyebrows in sailboat projects and ill health, literally. But we do have a SunBug, and its design is, of course, to be used to promote Lyme disease awareness, just like the sailboat. And while I had gathered a whole litany of parts for the Volkswagen, there's one part that I really gave up on finding. So I should back up for a minute and give you a little bit of history on Volkswagen. So in the 70s, late 60s, early 70s, Honda and Toyota were giving Volkswagen a run for their money, and they were really cutting into the market of these small economy fuel saving cars. And the Japanese car makers wanted a piece of this. So Volkswagen was doing everything possible to retain their market share. And so they came out with a series of different cars in the late 70s. And these cars had themes. And in 1973-74, they came out with what's called the SunBug. And it was a bright gold Volkswagen Bug two-door, and it has a metal roof, sun top. I forget what it's called. I remembered it's a sunroof. There's a Lyme brain moment for you. A sunroof on the SunBug. And so the theme of the car was that you could, mostly in like sunny California where I grew up, you could have a sunroof. You didn't have to buy an aftermarket one that all the drain holes plugged up and they leaked into the interior. The Volkswagen was going to build one, and it was out of metal to follow with the car, and it wouldn't leak. And you could buy it right from the factory already installed. So that's the SunBug. And here's a few examples of their marketing, which is really cute. Their little promotion here, I'll show you. So she is still sitting here in the driveway, and one of my goals this summer is to get her turned around and put in the garage. And down here in this cabinet, I've got whole bunches of parts in here for cars and stuff, all brand new stuff. Oh, look, there's some headers and all kinds of cool things in here. And one of the features of the SunBug was they had a decal that went across the engine cover here that said SunBug on it. Well, I literally gave up the search for that dude, and I kind of wrote it off as a part that I'd never find. Now, you can find some of these emblems or logos that are SunBug out there in the world, and they start at about $100 a piece and go up. I've seen them listed for as much as $500 for an original emblem. Most of them have a pink border around the SunBug name that has already been faded. And so to find one in an excellent to very good condition, if you find one at all, is just unlikely. So I went and bought the Volkswagen emblem, right? Well, there are people who 3D print these, and so they'll make a replica to go on the car. And I kind of felt like, at some point I would find the TIFF file for that and put it on the printer and print it, because I have a 3D printer. But I just hadn't got around to that because I've been busy being like critically sick for 2 years and up to my eyebrows in sailboat stuff. So the Volkswagen stuff has really been put on hold, sadly. But a guy got a hold of me about 10 days ago, out of the blue, and got a hold of me through our Flippin SunBug wall for the car, and chatted with me and said, hey, would you guys be interested in this? Here's the picture. Now this guy's in Mississippi, and I used to have family there, and so we chatted a little bit, and he said make me an offer on it. So I know what they're worth, and I didn't want to start high, so I said I'll give you $30. He goes, I really can't do that. He goes, how about 60? And I said, is that delivered? And he said yes. And so I thought about it for about an hour, and I got back to him because at the end of the day, he wanted to use a payment means that I don't have, and I wasn't sure that I wanted to use. And is this some kind of a scam? Well, if it's not a scam, $60 is a hell of a deal. But is it too good a deal to be true? And I'm just gonna lose my money. Not really in a position to go losing $60 willy-nilly, so I just couldn't resist. I just couldn't resist. And so I said, yep, I'll buy it. So I sent him the money, and in a couple of days he sent me the tracking data. And up until the package landed yesterday, I really didn't know how this was going to turn out. However, it turned out just fine. In fact, and this almost never happens to me, it exceeded my expectations. Yeah, I got an authentic, real-world Volkswagen SunBug emblem, an original one. And is it faded and gnarly? No. So let's take a look at it, because it's a pretty remarkable piece. So here we go. Look at this baby. I know the colors are kind of hokey, and so's the SunBug emblem itself, but this is the original version that Volkswagen made. And look at that pink border. It's almost perfect. I mean, talk about score. We've got the probes on the back for mounting, and this is not a replica because it's got some impression pieces in there where it was cast. So this is the real deal, man. And now I will be able to take off the Volkswagen emblem and add the SunBug emblem, which is supposed to be on there. And that makes me just frickin' hella happy. And we are a 1974 Volkswagen. And man, that just makes me so happy to know that the bug is going to be complete. I mean, I can't tell you how really important it is to finish this car with authentic pieces. I've been buying parts from Wolfburgs West, which is the German importer of Volkswagen parts, and vehicles that are refurbished with their parts tend to have a higher resale value. I've got a beautiful wood gear shifter that was original. That was several $100s. But this is the last original piece that I need. The SunBug badge. And I'm probably gonna epoxy this on the car. I'm very likely gonna, I need to do research, but I think I want to spray it with some of my clear coat that has UV protection so that this doesn't fade out. Of course, this car is going to be in the garage once it's up and running, and so it won't be out without any kind of protection is my goal. but you just never know. But man, I'm just stoked beyond reality to have this. So there we go. We have an official SunBug emblem for the car, and that is going to look absolutely fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. Thank you so much to the fellow who reached out to me. I'm grateful beyond words. The Volkswagen bug, our Flippin SunBug, and our sailing vessel SV Melton are both assets held in trust by the Flippin Lyme Foundation nonprofit, and they will stay in nonprofit, continuing to cruise around the West Coast and bring education about Lyme disease, even after I'm dead and gone. So this is a huge asset to the foundation and to the value of our project. So yeah, really, I'm immensely grateful. So for now, this emblem is going to sit here on my fireplace mantle where I can look at it and enjoy it in a safe place until it gets put on the bug. But man, oh man, that wacky little character for our SunBug is now part of the car. Our Flippin SunBug. So thank you to the fellow who reached out to me. Thank you very much. I just am blown away at the outstanding quality, and what a rip snorting great deal. I mean, it really is a good deal for me. It's perfect for the nonprofit car, and I'm excited to be able to incorporate this into the project because it'll enhance the value of the car and make her fully authentic, which is really cool. So I guess you never know when you're going to have a cat jump on a whale and change your trajectory, right? It could happen. It could happen. So anyway, man, you talk about a really neat thing. To have this little guy show up at such a time for the bug. I didn't even see this coming. I was not hunting for one. Like I said, I'd pretty much given up hope. But sometimes hope just drops in your lap at the right time. And I'm really happy that I decided to take a risk, because if I would have said no, then the potential of this deal would have haunted me far beyond the possibility of losing $60. And that is the deciding point for what made me pull the trigger and say yes. So I'm very grateful, very, very grateful. This is such a neat and meaningful piece that it hasn't like really sunk in yet that I've acquired one. I could spend the rest of my life looking for one of these and not come up with one. So to have someone reach out and say, hey Deb, I've got one of these, you interested? Hell yeah. All right, so that's the latest from our Flippin SunBug. I'm pretty tired today. I did a little bit of weed eating to get caught up on the weeds and that. So I'm having a down day, a recovery day, and I might get up and putter a little bit once this heat kind of cools off and get the fruit trees sprayed. But I'm still struggling physically, but I think I'm still continuing to recover slowly. So it took me a while to get here. It'll probably take me a while to get out of this mess, but at least I've stopped getting worse. So thank you guys for watching. The Volkswagen project is still very much alive because it's here, and I have like $5,000 worth of parts sitting around that are new, ready to go in it. And so it and the sailboat will get worked on at the same time once I get on my feet here. All right, guys, I'm Dive Girl Deb. Love you guys, and check out the Flippin SunBug, because you know it's pretty flippin' cool. I'm Dive Girl Deb. Love you guys. Bye bye.